And fight!
Making it up as I go. Welcome to another edition of Fit and Fire, your home for guns and gear and the fitness to run both. I'm Mark, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. So this edition, we're talking about training, and if you guys been with my channel for quite some time, you may know that James Yeager with Tactical Response invited me out to Camden, Tennessee to take his fighting pistol course. So over the Easter weekend, I took him up on that offer, made the 10-hour trip out to Western Tennessee, and was able to get into his class. And let me tell you, that course is amazing. I was super excited to be down there. The instructors were top grade, and I was actually surprised at how much information I learned over those 2 days. Now, I'm not a stranger to defensive pistol style courses. I've taken some with Thunderbird Firearms Academy out of Wichita, Kansas, so I do have a good foundation, a good understanding of how to conduct myself through daily life. But let me tell you, fighting pistol at Tactical Response just elevated my knowledge even more and got really into the weeds on some things that I hadn't considered before. So this is just going to be an overview of what I experienced and kind of give you guys a heads up if you're interested in training with Tactical Response, what to prepare yourself for. So day one starts at the classroom, Tactical Response, 8 a.m. And I highly encourage you guys to be there early and ensure that you have everything on the gear list that is posted over on their websites. Their classroom section is just administrative stuff. They go over a number of different things, but one of the biggest pieces of it is they go over the 4 pillars of what they teach, which is mindset, tactics, skill, and gear. And they kind of get into the minutia of each one of those pillars so that you understand exactly where they're coming from and what to expect moving forward. Once you start, let me tell you, buckle up. It's going to be one heck of a ride, and you're going to learn tons. They also give you this booklet right here. It has the ability for you to take notes in it, and this booklet has everything that you're going to need to know from the course. So that is a great tool and something that you're going to be able to keep and take home with you as well. Once you're done with the classroom instruction, we're off to the range. Now, once you're at the range, they're going to throw you right into training as soon as they get everybody orientated to what to expect out at the range. This is your firing line. This is where the first aid kit is. Here's our extraction vehicles, so on and so forth. Once they get the administrative stuff out of the way, they get you right to it. And they start off with drawing your pistol in step-by-step processes, so you understand exactly how they want you to do it. Have an open mind. They talk about this in the gear list. The number one thing on the gear list is an open mind, so make sure you have an open mind. Then they start going into a little bit more of accelerated learning when it comes to how to operate a pistol. They're going to have you do GOT drills on the DEA GOT targets. They're going to teach you their FAST acronym, which is Fight, Assess, Scan, and Top Off, and how to do that accurately. They're going to talk about type 1, 2, and 3 malfunctions and how to clear those. They're going to talk about shot placement and why it's important. They're going to teach you how to shoot from the kneeling position, offhand, strong hand, shooting on the move, shooting from the ground, and turning and shooting as well. So there's a lot of information that they're going to compile into one day, and you've really got to have your head screwed on tight and be prepared for what's going on. I also highly recommend to have some type of notebook that you can jot down notes as you're going through this. So as you're like topping off your magazines and you're taking your break and you're hydrating and eating your snacks and stuff like that, take notes exactly what's going on so you can refer back to those later. Then at the end of the day, they're going to have a debrief and talk about your homework. Yes, you will have homework, so just expect that. It's going to take you about an hour to 2 hours, depending on who you are. So just section that time off in the evening, be prepared for it, and then get plenty of rest that night because you're going to need it for the next day. Okay, so day 2 is going to be a little bit different from day 1. You're going to spend 3 hours in the classroom first thing in the morning, and you're going to get a lecture from James Yeager. There's two different ways that they're going to do it. Either James is there live or they have it on recording. So don't feel that if you get one or the other, you're going to get slighted. You're not. You're going to get the same amount of information. So just be prepared. You may get James in person or it may be on video. Either way, tons of information. And let me tell you, that's where this book comes in handy, because you can take notes throughout the pages of this book. And let me tell you, I took tons and tons and tons of notes, tried to just extract all the information that I could out of James while I was there, and just listen to exactly everything that he had to say. So this booklet comes in handy. Please, by all means, use the booklet. So once you're done with the lecture, they're going to go back out to the range. When you get out to the range, they're going to have you refresh from day one. They're going to talk about some of the things that they had discussed on the first day and allow you to pull some triggers on targets to ensure that you're confident and have a good base from what you learned the previous day. From there, they're going to get into a lot more practical applications of what you learned from the first day. So again, they're going to do some things with shooting on the move. They're going to talk about shooting from the retention position or up close and personal. And then they're going to talk about shooting from cover and concealment. So that was something I really appreciated, the fact that I was able to take everything that I learned from day one and then apply it in a practical setting in day two. So it really kind of pulls both days together that way. At the end of the day, they're going to have a debrief. You're going to be able to discuss the things that you learned, and also you're going to have an opportunity to talk about things that you wish you were able to concentrate on more to help improve future classes, and that's something that I really appreciated. I was also able to talk to James after we got done training, and here it is right here. All right, everybody, we just finished up 2 days with fighting pistol at Tactical Response. Again, James, thank you so much for having me out. I really do appreciate it.
One of the few YouTubers that actually followed up on it. I invite people all the time.
Great. I really appreciate it, as always. So there's 2 days fighting pistol, and there are JDAMs worth of information that's going to get dropped on you while you're here. So just be prepared for it. If you ever are interested in coming out, I highly recommend you come out. But James, if there's one thing that you could say to kind of entice people to come outside of my blabbering idiocracies, what would be the one thing that you want students to take away or to try to extract them in?
Well, I don't want to try to talk anybody into coming.
Okay.
Because this is kind of like, if you don't find us, then you shouldn't be here.
Very good point.
And I'm not trying to shut you down.
Yeah.
But, I've said it a million ways, a million times, but the root word to gunfight is not gun, it's fight. This is a fighting school. Mm-hmm. And you understand that now. Maybe before you didn't, but yeah, we shoot, but this is about gunfighting, not about shooting. And so, and I do that, and I make that distinction more to keep people away. Because like, if you're worried about split times and stuff like that, this is not your place. No. And so when I do these, it's mostly about telling people who shouldn't be here.
Right.
But if you're looking to be able to better protect yourself or your family, this is the place.
Absolutely. And I just have to second exactly what James said. Is this is all about his 4 pillars: mindset, tactics, gear,
skill, and gear.
Skill, and gear. Yes, I get those
in
last
that order.
two. Yes,
mindset at the top.
Yep, and I get those mixed up because I'm not listening to what he says. I'm trying to dissect it on my own. So, again, by all means, make the trip. If he's traveling, make the trip wherever he's traveling. You do travel?
Yeah, we do classes in Arizona, Texas, Pennsylvania, and some other places.
Yep. Yep. And don't be surprised, James doesn't teach every class. Just put that out there. He's got other instructors that are just as good, top notch.
Nah, I don't know about that. No, I'm just kidding.
we had Tim and Jerry, and those 2 guys were great. I really did have a good time with them. So James, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. I am proud to say that I'm an alumnus of Tactical Response now.
We're proud to have you.
Yep. And I have nothing but great things to say. I have drank the Kool-Aid, and I'm going to come back for more. So thanks, guys. James, thanks again for allowing me to come out and be a part of this course. Thank you so much for allowing me to train with you and now become an alumnus with Tactical Response. It was a life-changing event for me, and I am a better person for it. So again, if you have the opportunity to train with James and Tactical Response, I highly recommend that you do whatever you can to get out there and do it. If James is traveling and he's going to be in your area, go to him that way as well. His information is going to be down in the description below. By all means, swing by his website and check everything out and see what you can do to better yourself, to protect yourself and those around you that you love. That's really all I got for this edition. Again, thank you to James Yeager. Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. Comes a high five. You ready? Here we go. If you made it this far in the video, then I'd really appreciate you guys would consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Or if you want to check out some other videos that I've got going, check them out right here. If you like the hoodies and shirts that I'm wearing, that's Revolutionary Patriot. I got a link to their website down in the description below with a discount code. And as always, keep on dropping those bells and shells. Thanks, y'all.